Hello and welcome back to part 3 of my January 2013 DVD and Blu-ray update. Now I said in part 2 that I was going to do DVDs in part 3, but change of plan. I will carry on doing the Blu-rays and I'll do the DVDs in the last part. So again, these are from Amazon, Play and HMV, so I'll go through these a little bit quicker than the last ones. So the first one is American Mary, and that stars Catherine Isabel, who was in Ginger Snaps. It's a great film, I recommend that. Next one is Forgetting Sarah Marshall. It's got who's in it? Jason Segel, and it's got also Russell Brand in, who was in Getting to the Greek. Next one up is In Bruges, starring Colin Farrell. There's the back, and also Brendan Gleeson. Next one is Wild Bill, and that is the directorial debut by Dexter Fletcher. This one comes in a slipcase. Next up is a Kevin Smith film, and this is Mallrats. Again, this, like a few of the releases I showed you, this one hasn't got actually any extras on there. So if you want the extras, then I'd say buy the DVD. Next one is Evil Dead 2. I have the first one of these on Steelbook. I don't have number 3 yet, so again, I'll keep an eye out for that one. Next one is Room in Rome. Not a film I'm familiar with. I had seen bits of the films by the same director. Reason I got this one, it was in the 5 for £30 sale HMV, and there wasn't anything else I wanted, so I saw that, thought it was worth picking up. Next one is Gainsbourg, and it's a film about Serge Gainsbourg, and this is a French film. Next is Mother, and this is same director as The Host. There's the back of that one. And this is a Korean film. Next up is Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. This is a film I already had on DVD and I'd watched about 3-4 years ago. Not a huge step up in quality from the DVD, but it is noticeable. And it's one of the banned films. Next up is In the Realm of the Senses, and that's directed by Nagisa Oshima, who again passed away recently. And quite lucky to see this one in the HMV Blue Cross sale. Again, it comes with a slip. Just after the other one of these, Empire Passion. Next up, another Brendan Gleeson film, and this is The Guard, also signed Don Cheadle. Again, probably not the best film, but it's one I wanted to see, and it was cheap, so I thought, well, I'll pick it up for the price. Next up is Cockneys vs Zombies. Don't know if you can see that too well. It's got a lenticular sleeve, and so it's a slipcase. And this is a different take on zombie films. Again, I say not too many features on there, but it's worth watching. Next we have Forbidden Games, one of the classic 50s French films. It's part of the René Clément collection. Not all these have been released on Blu-ray. There's a few have come out released on DVD, so I might have to look into those. Next one up is another one of the Ealing releases, and this is the Titfield Thunderbolt. Comes with a slip. Again, this one I had on DVD and thought it was graded to Blu-ray. Next up is Earth vs Flying Saucers, and it's got both the colour and the black and white version. It's special effects by Ray Harryhausen. Now I mentioned Legend Films earlier in regard to the Laurel and Hardy Blu-ray, and say this is also being colorised by the same people, and it was one of 3 Ray Harryhausen films that he was involved with in the process of colorisation. And as he states in the feature about the colorisation process, if they had the budget at the time, then they would have filmed it in colour. Next up is a comedy with Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly and his brothers. So I hadn't seen this previously, but I watched it a couple of weeks ago, and it's really funny. I'm not probably the biggest fan of Will Ferrell, but most of his films I do really find funny. And John C. Reilly, again, an actor who can do both comedy and also straight roles. If anyone who's seen Magnolia will be able to see his range. Next is Nick Nora's Infinite Playlist. It's a Michael Cera comedy, well, that sort of comedy. Again, I'd say sort of similar to some of the Judd Apatow films, although it's not directed or produced by Judd Apatow. Next up, we've got the Kite Runner. Again, I've got the DVD. Well, I had the DVD of this. Looking forward to the title to make up with the 5 for 30 Blu-ray in HMV. So saw this and I picked this up. Next, we have Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now, I already have the box set of the Indiana Jones films and the DVD steelbook of this, but the box set does not include all the special features. So, obviously bought this for the special features. And again, I think this is about 3 or 4 quid or something. Not too much more than that, so it's quite a decent price for that. Next is a Tom Cruise film, The Firm. And this is one of his classic films. Again, I've not seen this one, but say I've got the Blu-ray, so I'll be watching it for the first time on Blu-ray. Next up, a film you've probably all seen before, and it's Airplane. Seen this film probably, well, 5, 6, probably even more than that, and it's still funny. And again, it's got quite a few extra features on there as well, but I'm not checking those out yet. There's another one I picked up in the 5 for £30 sale, HMV, and this is Blade. There are 2 sequels to this which I haven't seen yet, but this is probably the better one of the series. Next we have Custard Titans. Again, Ray Harryhausen was involved in the special effects of this. It's similar probably to Jason the Argonaut's kind of film, so if you've not seen that as well, I'd recommend that. Okay, and that'll conclude part 3, and hopefully then part 4 will be the rest of the Blu-rays and also the DVDs. Again, please rate, comment and subscribe.